It's finally over. Uh, I got that piece of shit out there. Really did. But yeah, there is light right now. But here's the thing though. I have to talk about a horrible film. And welcome to Epic Fails. Yeah, this is Derek Yasha. Let's get to it. Alright. The Long Yard. 2005 remake. Where do I begin off? Okay, I seen the poster for it. This was like a lot of months before the film came out. And all I remember was looking forward to the film. And it had a big cast in it. Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, Nelly, Terry Crews, and many more other people as well. And then when I actually saw the film, I was disappointed in it. And oh boy, was it a monstrosity. It had to have been one of the worst football comedies I have ever seen in my life. It's like, I can't escape the shit. Honestly, it's like, I'm destined to talk about shitty things. I mean, how many countless things I did on crappy stuff. So yeah. The legendary Derek Yasha has to talk about shitty things, so let's get back to it. I mean, that first 10 or 15 minutes of the film, um, that's a bad sign right there. And especially that Adam Sandler's character acts up, and apparently Courtney Cox's character um, just she does whatever. It's forgettable. And then the next thing you notice, Adam Sandler's character goes to prison, and then of course, the fucking cliches come, and yada yada, whatever. Stupid comical relief moment comes in. Not even funny at all. Adam Sandler couldn't even try if a donkey was in need of help, honestly, and a help of getting a new pancreas or a new liver or some bullshit like that. Yeah, Adam Sandler's acting is pretty much terrible in this film. As everyone else's acting is pretty much terrible in this film, and it gets a lot worse from there. I mean, there's a whole joke of the inmates dressing up like uh, famous actress stars, music stars, or whatever. Who fucking cares? Honestly. It's one of the most dumbest jokes I have ever heard in my life. In a couple of months, we could get them to look like Beyonce. And I believe that that was Chris Rock's character that was saying that to Adam Sandler's character. And bitch smacked me about 50,000 times. Because that would be way better than the stupid joke. Alright? I have a way better joke. What's in common with Batman and a black man? Robin. That joke is 10 times better than the shitty Beyonce joke that was in this film. And then not only that, it just gets a lot worse from there. The whole training montages and the montages of them going against teams and all this fucking bullshit. And The story is convoluted as fuck. The plot doesn't go anywhere. The movie does not move anywhere. It's stuck in the ground like a dead plant. And put that dead plant out of its fucking misery. Just take it out of the ground and just chuck it. Honestly, because if you're not going to have a growing plant, then what's the use of having it there? Really. Just how, like, this movie suffers and story, characters, not caring what happens, and lifeless jokes. Really. I think these jokes was written by a fucking 5-year-old, man. Honestly. And then the whole bit where Terry Crews's nose breaks and then somebody, like, gets something and then they, like, put his nose back and then he makes it, like, a crying sound or some bullshit like that, and... Okay. So I covered that. Pretty much the movie is terrible from then on. And then you get a terrible, shitty ending, and then that's it. Really. Characters are just bland, boring, stupid, lifeless. You don't care what the fuck happens to them. And, how dare these characters be put on film? And a waste of character development and story movement, as well as it doesn't even move anywhere. Okay, so let's get into the acting. The acting is pretty much terrible by everyone, and they were all in it for a fucking paycheck. And I'm gonna have to say that they didn't try their very best. I'm sorry. It was just generic acting at best. It wasn't okay acting, it was generic and boring as well. Okay. The writing and dialogue. As the movie moves from point A to point B to point C, it just drops from point A to point B to point C. And as it just slams itself into the fucking ground, bitch smacks itself, and then just like goes underground by plummeting itself off of a diving board. And it just passes the center of the earth, and it just makes a crack into the earth, and that's it. A tiny crack that could be fixable by better films. Better than this. Anything is better than this. Really, with the fucking writing. The dialogue is just idiotic and stupid. The whole Beyonce bit is stupid. The whole bits and dialogue is stupid. Okay. The cinematography and the visuals suck in this film. It's, pretty shitty. Any film has better cinematography and visuals. A low-budget TV show has better cinematography and visuals. Practical effects, special effects, all that jazz. It all fucking sucked in this film, and they didn't even put put any effort into this. I apologize. I am sorry about that my computer shut off. And even my computer is like, why you have to talk about this film, man? I just want you to end this video now. But no, we have to suffer some more. The music, the original scores. Maybe the soundtrack was decent. I can't remember because it's been a long time since I ever watched a film. And the only time that I watched a film was in theaters. That was a lot of years ago. And at the time, I was probably like 15 or 16, something like that. I think I was like 15. But, yeah, I think the original scores sucked. And overall, the movie itself, yes, it is an epic fail. And you should just stay away from it at all costs. If I remember correctly, if this was by Paramount Pictures, wow, what a waste of money and a waste of time. And you couldn't even put any effort into it. Ugh. This was just something to put out for the dumb demographic to go to. And just a dumb popcorn flick. A shitty popcorn flick at best. And things I would rather do than to watch this film. I would rather have Maxter Gundam bust through this back door right now and beat the living ever shit out of me with machine gun punch to knock me unconscious and to put me in the hospital for 30 days. Yeah, I would rather have that happen. I would rather read the newspaper. That's more interesting than this film. I'll go back and play Kensen again. That shitty, horrible game for the PS2. That this game sucks on. I'll go back and play that. Than to ever view this movie ever the fuck again. I don't want to forget that bad memory. It's gonna take a lot of alcohol to do that. Yeah. Let's forget about it. I'm out. Peace.